Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Elmo Langley episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. Our deepest of apologies for last week. Hand up. I believe that we're not really sure, but people are saying that I accidentally deleted last week's episode, so we never actually got it out. So we apologize. Other than that, sitting over to my right, over here is Miss Rachel Rooney Eden. Rachel, how are you?
Well, I would say it's a week off, but it truly wasn't. It was just, we did the damn thing last week.
We did.
You know, we sat in these very seats.
We had great topics,
We had
too.
great topics. Can you look at me for a second? Because I need to just adjust this. You just, literally pulled this out of the wash, and, the strings are driving me insane.
Sorry.
Okay, no. I mean, no. I just want to make sure that you look like the supermodel that you are.
Okay.
Of course. I want
As
you to
my
look like
stylist.
I want you to look like the most Pat the Patriot you've ever seen.
Right.
But yes, I want to also apologize for not even letting the press know what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said you were gonna let the press know.
I didn't let the press know. I didn't let anybody know. We just went dark for the week, and for that I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, that will never happen again. Ever.
Well, all we need to do is really hone in on that energy that wasn't given last week and just give double the energy this week.
Exactly. And it seems like it's off to a good start with you over there, sleepy boy.
Oh, I'm not sleepy boy. I just,
joking.
working on my enunciation, my pronunciation,
Oh.
my dynamism.
Your what?
Dynamism?
Dynamism. What's that? Never heard that word before.
Dynamism is like adding certain part, like,
A little sparkle.
yeah, to certain words.
Diamondism?
Like diamonism, like dynamic.
Who told you this word?
Speech class, Endicott. This
You
guy
were
was
in a speech class?
I was in a speech class.
Wait,
Yeah.
required or?
I think it was required. You had to pick between that or nutrition.
Wait, speech or nutrition?
Something like that. I don't really remember all the
What
details.
was in your speech class? And did you have to do a speech class when you were little?
No, I don't think I had to do a speech class when I was little, but this speech class, it was really cool. The guy was a riot. The guy was just he was like a guy from Salem, Mass, older guy. He was the type of guy that he would tell us stories about how he was a Little League baseball coach and he wouldn't let any of the players high five because he said it wasn't you shouldn't high five in baseball or in sports. You shouldn't, yeah.
Interesting.
But he talked a lot about dynamism, how you have to emphasize certain things.
Did you take, is it a public speaking class?
Yeah, I was public speaking.
Okay, so speech class and public speaking are a lot different.
No, but it was how to give a speech.
I think you took a public speaking course is what I think you did. Doing a speech class is something a little bit different.
I'm trying to think.
Because I'm
trying to think who was in the class.
A lot of people are.
JMO was definitely in the class.
A lot of people, that have that special characteristic about them, that special trait, in their speech, have to take a speech class. So if you're about to say that you were in a speech class, we'd be having a little bit of a different conversation considering I never knew that. You know what I mean?
Let's call JMO.
And say...
I think he was in the speech class.
It's called... I'm going to ask him, was it called speech? Put this thing on speakerphone. What are you going to call him, solo? He's not going to answer.
He may. Definitely watching the Celtics game. Celtics are currently playing the quarterfinals of the play-in basketball, the NBA play-in tournament.
Yo.
Jameson, how are you?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
J-Mo, I have a question for you.
We're recording the podcast as we speak, and she's shitting on me for something. So you're on. But were you in this my speech class?
Wait, no. Hold on. The question is, did you guys take a speech class or was this a public speaking class?
If I were to guess, it would be a public speaking class.
Thank you, because Nate's out here saying that he took a speech class, and I said, listen, I don't think, buddy, that you took a speech class, all right? Well, kids are required to take those because they have certain twangs about them, you know what I mean?
What defines a public speaking class versus a speech class?
Speech is a little bit more of your speech, and like if you have a lisp or something, and I know that Nate had like 18 retainers in his mouth at some point, so I was just making sure.
Yeah, I would put my money on public speaking class.
Wow, and she's right again. And she's right again.
I have no recollection of that at all. So
thank you. Oh,
you weren't in that class. That guy that said he wouldn't let anybody in his little league baseball team like high five or anything.
I don't think so.
You'd remember this guy.
Oh God. Okay, so he doesn't even remember if he took the public speaking class at all.
I think you took coaching instead.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday.
I'm dead. All right. Perfect.
You and me both.
Thank you, J-Mo.
Thank you, Jameson.
Love you guys.
Love you, brother.
Peace.
Bye. All right, perfect. So he wasn't even in the fucking class.
I gotta just move on from this.
No,
I'm
like 100%.
Swing and missing all over the place.
100% swing and a miss.
Thank you, J-Mo.
We've also got a little bit of feedback that we definitely need to stop saying the F-bomb, and I just said it again, so.
My mom gave us that feedback months ago.
No, but we got, again, we got it, so.
Yeah, we do need to stop swearing.
Yes.
I also heard Bus with the Boys was talking about this. If you swear within like the first 5 minutes, it hurts the algorithm.
Okay, well, good thing we're 7 minutes in, so good to go. We're good to go. But anyway, how are you? How was your weekend? What's up? How do's it?
I did have a mental breakdown last week regarding that episode. So I once again apologize and just not happy about it. I went on a tremendous rant last week regarding the Tom Brady comments and all that good stuff about like Alex Smith and Rex Ryan going after Tom Brady and his comments about how he sees a lot of mediocre football game played. I don't really want to rehash that because I don't want to get my blood to that level, but I'm sure it'll come out at some point in time.
Yeah, that was scary.
I might do a TikTok. I might do a TikTok on it, even though it was last week's news. I need to let it off my chest.
Other people know.
At some way or another.
Yeah, let people know on TikTok.
But I'm excited. I'm excited because we're gonna get back on track. We're gonna have a tremendous episode. We're gonna get back on track with posting
so let's
our clips. We're Double Dose is getting back on track for the holidays.
Yes.
All right, so look no further. Also, buy your family hats.
Yeah, buy your family hat. Buy your family hat. Buy you, your loved ones, your best friend, your coworker.
You can have this very hat.
You could have this very hat, the Drama Sports Club hat. Merchandise that's available at the doubledosepodcast.com. That is double DOUBLE DOS podcast PODCAST.com. Okay, doubledosepodcast.com, where you and yours can get this one of a kind, lovely hat designed here by yours truly.
You know one person that bought a hat? J-Mo.
Wow.
Who was just on the phone. Another person that bought the hat? Michael Maldonado.
Who was here this past
weekend. We spent the weekend with him and Miss Katrina Eater, future Katrina Maldonado.
Yeah, future KM.
So that was amazing. That was a ball. We went to the Rockettes.
We saw the tree. We went to the Christmas bars. We went holiday shopping. We went to a speakeasy. We did it all. We got the bagels. We got the bagels and lox. We got everything. We did it up. And we did it right. We got Prince Street Pizza. I mean, we did it right this past weekend. Right. And I had a ball. I had a blast.
I had a ball too. I'm not going to say I fell asleep at a bar, but maybe I fell asleep at a bar.
You fell asleep at a bar and you fell asleep at the Rockettes.
Onward.
So.
One thing I didn't fall asleep during was the 49ers versus Philadelphia Eagles game.
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah.
That was Sunday.
Yeah.
I actually do think I might have taken a little siesta during that game, too.
Yeah, you're always sleeping.
But
where can I catch you? Sleeping.
But that was a big NFL game over the weekend. The 49ers dominated the Eagles. The Eagles are in a tough stretch of games right now, so I wouldn't hold it against them. However, did you do your best dress yet? Or did you at least look?
Yes.
Did you see any common theme with what the 49ers were wearing into the game yesterday?
Leather? A lot of leather.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey had on like a black leather number, and then so did. Does Deebo Samuel play for the 49ers?
Yes.
He had an entire leather set, which I'm not gonna lie to you. Both of them are not on the list. I just remember that they both had the leather on.
Well, anything else about the 49ers?
I don't know. Tell me why.
Every one of the players wore black.
Yeah. It was black. It was all black leather.
Because they were going to the Eagles' funeral, they were saying.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So there was a lot of trash talk going into this game and during the game. And so that was really a part of it where it seems sometimes do that. They were all black when they want to make a statement and say, like, yeah, we're going to kill this team.
Oh, interesting. So when was the last time a team did that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Probably. I think I'm pulling this out of my butt. I don't know.
Okay, well, I like it. That's like a nice little touch shot, and like a little stylistic POV, because you know that I was out here asking the boys to come out, and you know what? This week they didn't do as well as I had hoped, but it's not terrible. It's not like the past weeks have been. So I'm happy. Right. I'm happy for them.
Right.
And I have to say, like, Jalen Hurts just comes out here every week. He looks motherfucking chef's kiss. He is chef's kiss. Like I
$1 in a swear jar.
Oh yeah, $1 in the swear jar for that. But he deserves it because he is just. I mean.
They were talking about him on Pat McAfee last week because he was sitting courtside at a 76ers game last week.
Okay.
And like I think the Sixers or somebody posted it on Instagram, whatever, and he looked good, obviously. And so Pat McAfee was saying that he didn't realize how much of like a sex icon right now that Jalen Hurts is.
It's weird because he's like literally 25. Like I can't get behind that. Like he's still like a baby to me. He's a baby. He's 25.
That's the prime.
That's in whose eyes?
The elite?
I would say like a guy's prime is more like 35.
Really?
I'm going to say that's prime.
So I haven't even hit my prime yet.
No, I mean, you are always prime time. But I think that a guy's prime is like 35, 40. I like a man like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need a 25-year-old like freaking baby face over here. Give me a man. Give me Nate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give me Nathan.
Yeah.
Nathan. Exactly.
Another funny thing that happened in this game, since it got all chippy, was that the head of security for the Eagles, this Italian guy with the freaking Eagles wardrobe with Italian flags.
Were you about to say garb?
Yeah. He had an Italian chain on. He was going viral earlier in the week because they were hosting Darius Leonard, a free agent linebacker that just got cut by the Colts. He's really good. They were hosting him on a free agent trip, and this guy picked him up at the airport. And everybody was like, who the heck is this Italian meatball? Yeah, exactly.
And then, meatball.
So during the game, there was a little scuffle on the sideline, and he decided to put his get between the players and put his hands on one of the 49ers players, who in return put his hand in the security guard's face, and the security guard and the player both got penalized. The security guard got removed from the game, and they're saying that he's going to face some serious repercussions.
Like what?
Like indefinite suspension.
What? Like, where do you go when you get suspended after the game? Where do you go? Like, do you like have
during the game? You mean? Get ejected?
Yeah, like if you get ejected,
get to the locker room.
But like, do you have to leave the stadium?
You don't have to leave the stadium, but you have to leave the field. You have to leave. You can't be.
Is it 20 feet from the field? Like how? Like where? Like do you have to physically get in an Uber and leave? Like how does that work?
No, you just have to leave the actual field. You can't be on the field of play.
Okay, but you can still be in the stadium.
You can still be in the stadium, but like that guy probably went to like the locker room.
Okay, and what about
his office.
What about that guy went to the office, the other guy went to the locker room.
The other guy didn't get ejected, but we did watch another football game this weekend in which the guy did get ejected, and like that player would go to the locker room.
Okay.
Shower early.
Okay.
Get ahead of it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I ever got ejected from a game. I don't think I ever got ejected from a game.
I would hope not. So
I think I led the high school basketball team in technical fouls my senior year, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I got a foul once in probably the 6th grade. I remember because I like literally was so angry. I like slapped this girl on the wrest and they gave me a foul, and I was like, "That's so deserved," because I did that on purpose.
Right.
So
must have been the karate black belt in you.
Had to have been. 100%.
Another interesting thing about the Eagles going on right now is that the NFL, you know that tush push play where like Jalen Hurts, like they all get in a scrum and Jalen Hurts just like gets pushed from behind by his
Yeah,
players.
I like that they call it the tush push.
Yeah, or the brotherly shove they call it.
Okay.
The NFL wants to ban it
Why?
because NFL's dumb.
But why?
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where I think I explained it last week when something got deleted, or weeks prior. I've explained it before, where that these leagues can't get out of their own way sometimes. Like they make decisions like this for no reason.
But how would they ban it? Like saying what?
If you do a play like that, then you'll be penalized.
But why?
There was no rhyme or reason.
I have a question. Can you like put someone, like say you like put them up in the stands, can you like push them over? Like can you like put their feet in your hands and then like carry him over?
Like wheelbarrowing?
No, but like what if you put him in like a cheerleader stance and then carried them over? Like would that count?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Are you serious?
If you want to let's say like they put a big guy behind Jalen Hurts and the big guy just like throws him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Why wouldn't they do that then?
It's coming next.
You think so?
Call him up.
You think so? Next?
Call up Bill Belichick. They need all the help they can
I kind of
get.
think the next thing should be like cheerleading, gymnastics, like football collaboration. Like they should put them on like their legs and then they literally jump over other people. Is that illegal?
Huh?
Can't see it being illegal.
Can't see it being illegal. Might as well do it now before it becomes illegal.
Wait, but I'm just so confused. Like, why can't you push him over the edge?
You can, but it's just one of those classic things where the leagues can't get out of their own way. They think it gives the Eagles a competitive advantage, an unfair competitive advantage.
But like they figured something out, so why can't they make it work?
Exactly.
Dumb.
Exactly.
Dumb.
And then another primetime game for the Chiefs. Miss Taylor Swift was in attendance. She showed up with her new BFF, Miss Brittany Mahomes, and they were wearing like the same outfit but like opposite.
Apparently, like Taylor and Travis, like even like went over to Brittany and Patrick's like house for dinner. Like they did like a double date situation.
Interesting.
That is so wild to me. Like
Right.
Taylor Swift went over to this fucking girl's house.
Tyreek Hill.
Can you imagine hosting Taylor Swift in here? Like we would literally show her like the big walk-in closet and be like, "Look at this thing. Look at this. This is like the best part of the apartment." Like, do you see this? Do you see this?
She'd be like,
we got 5 fucking shoe racks here. We got 5.
Yeah,
like, that's something she'd be like, yeah, okay.
She'd be like the smallest closet I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, that's for your shoes? Like,
Right.
like I put my tissues boxes up there, whatever.
Right. Tyreek Hill, who now plays for the Dolphins, used to be like the third guy in that offense. It used to be Mahomes, Kelsey, and him. And he said a big reason as to why he wanted to leave Kansas City, aside from like the money and stuff, was that Travis and Mahomes were boys. Like he never got invited over to like one of their houses.
Stop. It's kind of sad that they totally are like, you can't sit with us material.
Yeah, for sure.
Like but it's also like it's Patrick and Travis. Like they are that fucking like they are just too good and they're like a great little dynamic duo.
Tyreek Hill's better.
But do you think that anywhere that they go, they'll go together? Or you think they'll always stay on the Chiefs?
Like Gronk Brady style.
Sure.
Because Gronk like followed Brady to Tampa and all that stuff.
Sure. Why can it just be Patrick and Travis? Like why can it not just be that?
Because
like why can it not just be that?
Because there's a better quarterback tight end duo. The tight ends have the exact same number, and they were really like
so
exactly what you're
move
explaining.
Together or not?
They were literally exactly what you're explaining. And do they move together or do they not? I don't see a future in which either one of them plays a game outside of Kansas City.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You think that they stay with Kansas City forever?
Yeah, like Mahomes signed like a 10-year contract with them.
Oh, okay. So we move on. But yeah,
and
Taylor Swift was in attendance. Do you think that she'll be in attendance this week at the Bills game?
They play the Bills. They play the Bills.
But it's at home, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that she'll be?
I thought she was on a world tour.
She's done with the European tour. It's over.
It was South American tour.
Yeah, but no. But now it's over. It's done.
So now she's home.
I think so. The movie's out, and now she's done.
She didn't even go away to Europe.
I don't know where she went. I don't know what her schedule is. Me and her didn't chat this week.
Oh.
Last week, you could have asked me. It was probably on it was on the podcast that got deleted last week.
No, it wasn't. We didn't talk about them once. I made sure not to make them a topic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then obviously, just to mention the Patriots, my squad, They lost again. They now hold the second pick in the draft, so hopefully they continue to lose and they'll remain in one of those top 2 spots.
But don't even hopefully they continue to lose, because there it is on Sunday and there we are watching the Patriots and you're all in. Like, I couldn't even form a conversation with you. They didn't score any points. They scored this many points, 0. They scored 0 points in the first quarter.
They made NFL history this week.
0 points in the second quarter, 0 points in the third quarter, 0 points in the fourth quarter. And there I am just trying to talk to you about God knows what. And you're like, oh, the Patriots are playing. I'm like, the Patriots are playing, but they are not, okay? They are just on the field. They're not playing.
That's not how it goes at all.
They are just on the field. They're just there.
That's not how it goes at all.
They're just chilling.
You're like this. You're like this. You're like,
Yeah,
did you see what Katie sent me? Yeah. Look what Katie sent me. Look. Oh, that's nice, Bubba. Awesome. Great. One play goes by. Oh my God. Sarah sent me this. Look, Sarah sent me. You put it in front of my face, in front of the TV. And I'm like, oh, nice. And you're like, why don't you care? And I'm like, and then
That's actually not true at all. When you were literally
Please.
sitting there, I was like trying to talk to, like, it was, I don't even remember what it was about. It was probably like recapping the weekend or whatever. And there you are. I'm like, you don't need to watch the game. Like, I was like, I don't know how to describe this to you.
Yes, I do.
You don't need to watch the game. They're going to lose. It's not going to be good. You're going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. We're all going to be upset. Let's just chat. Let's just chit-chat.
I've said it once. I said it 1,000 times. There is only 17 games in the NFL season. So I'll be damned if I miss.
If your team loses all 17, what's the point of watching?
Because you have to watch your team to know what you have, to know what changes they need to make going into next year.
You have nothing for the Patriots.
That's not true.
What do you have?
They broke a fucking. I swore. They broke a record this week. They made NFL history.
Yeah, by being losers.
Yes, but also it's a good thing. They're the first team ever to lose 3 games in a row in which the opponent hasn't even scored more than 10 points. So in the last 3 games, they have held their opponents to under 10 points in each game. A combined 26 points they've allowed. That's really good. So their defense is really good. So that's something that is exciting about this team. All they need to do is just figure out half of their team.
You think that the defense of the Patriots is good?
I don't have to think. It's statistics.
Let's pull out the game where they, scored 0 points and the other team scored how many? Like 27 or whatever?
Still not a lot.
27 isn't a lot of points when you're comparing it to 0. No matter what. How many times have the Patriots had 0 points this season?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Okay. That's
also, another reason
I'm going to say.
Another thing about this game that I have to mention is that Mac Jones is benched for good. So, serious question.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Bailey Zappi was playing.
Is in. Yeah, but you didn't say bench for good.
Well, that's the question I'm going to ask you. Do you think so they benched?
So yes, you did tell me, or no, you didn't.
I told you that Mac Jones wasn't playing. I told you Bailey Zappi was playing.
But you didn't say that Mac Jones was benched for good.
I don't really know if he's benched for good. It's more of I'm posing a question.
You're saying a question. This is literally all our podcast is you saying things that are facts to people that aren't actually fact. Is it a fact that he's benched for good, or is he not? And what are you chewing on over there?
I'm chewing on a piece of chicken from dinner.
Oh my God. So what? What's the question? Is Mac Jones benched for good?
Do you think so? Let me explain it to you.
No, is he? I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. Do you think he is?
How the fuck would I know?
I'm gonna lay it out for you.
All right, lay it out.
So
oh my God.
He was their number 1 guy, right?
Yeah.
He's done nothing but struggle the past 2 years. The team's done nothing to help him. Honestly, they haven't. They benched him. His last 2 games that he did play, the team benched him. 3 out of the last 4 games that he played, the team benched him. And then going into last week's game, they benched him going into the game. He wasn't even active for the game.
Okay.
So to me, I think that is enough to say that he's benched for good, because I don't think that you can have a starting quarterback come back from that. All you'll have left is a shell of a quarterback. You'll have Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson got benched last year and he got benched again this year. Your quarterback's supposed to be your CEO. You go with where your quarterback goes. I don't think that you can go back to him after benching him multiple times, and especially not even starting him. You can't go back to him. To me, I think he's benched for good. Do you see a possibility in which they allow him back?
Yeah, I think he could be the second string or whatever.
Okay, but that's on a bench. He's on the bench. Do you think that he can play?
I don't think that they should be playing at all. I think the Patriots need to take their hats out of the ring for this NFL season. I think they just need to say, you know what? We don't need to play. Because they don't. All they're going to do is injure their good players.
All their good players are already injured.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and then they're going to injure their bad players. They're just injuring people. It's the injury list. It's the hospital. That's what they need to be, okay? It's the infirmary over there. Over at Patriots HQ. Over at Foxborough.
Patriots place.
It's the ER room. Everyone's fucking injured.
Gotta stop swearing. Another dollar in the swear jar.
Well.
But, so you don't think that he'll play at all?
I don't think so.
I agree. But Bailey Zappi was even worse.
Oh, God.
But hear me out. For the team to be improved the next year, you got to have a top draft pick. And so the more they lose, the better pick there is. The better pick they're going to have. So,
all right, well, there
I've turned the page.
All right, turn the page.
I've turned the page.
Turn the page. Turn the topic.
Onward.
Back
to Tyreek Hill.
Okay. Back to
Remember Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
Who does Tyreek Hill play for?
The Dolphins.
Yes. Remember when he scored a touchdown about a month ago? He took that camera and did a backflip during with a selfie video going on?
Yes.
So that camera dude, who is an intern, he's a college student, he's an intern for the NFL, has been suspended from the NFL for the year and is no longer allowed to be on the sidelines at all. And I think he lost his internship.
Wait, why?
Well, I don't know if it was an internship, but it was a job. He lost his job. Basically.
Wait, why?
Once again, the NFL can't get out of their own way. So they said that it was he violated personal conduct detrimental to the league. He shouldn't have done that.
Tyreek Hill took his phone.
Right, but
what was he gonna do? Say no? Give it to you know what I mean? He literally went and grabbed his phone.
Right.
So what was he supposed to do? That's what I don't get.
Well, they believe that he planned it with Tyreek Hill.
Is that a joke?
But even still, Tyreek Hill didn't get disciplined at all. He didn't get fined for it. He didn't get in trouble for it at all.
Wait, seriously?
So how are you gonna let this
But no, he did. He got unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, he got a penalty during the game.
And he had to delete the video. They couldn't post it.
Yeah, but he didn't get fined.
So this kid now what? Can't play.
He basically lost his job with the NFL.
That's insane.
But Tyreek Hill comes to the rescue, and he said that not only will he continue working with this, his name's Kevin Fitzgibbons. The kid. Not only will he continue working for him, but he said this is probably going to end up as a good thing for him, Kevin Fitzgibbons, and that he should just keep doing what he loves and not worry about people like the NFL trying to tell him what he can and cannot do. And I agree. I agree with Tyreek Hill. Especially if a guy like him continues to work with him, as his video guy,
So he's working with Tyreek Hill now.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna get different other athletes like Trent does. He's probably gonna go into a career path like that.
Well, that's cool. Then now he has his own personal videographer.
Right,
so then fuck the NFL.
Exactly.
But that the guy's probably not gonna be able to be on the field like that and give him the phone then, right?
No, but
then he won't be allowed in stadiums or something.
Yeah,
right?
but Trent doesn't need to be at the stadiums to get the footage. You know what I mean? You can get the footage in multiple different ways.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's very nice. It's very nice that Tyreek Hill decided to do that. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You know, that's not right.
Right.
That means he's a good guy.
He's gotten in a lot of trouble in the past, honestly, and I've always had my questions of whether Tyreek Hill's a good guy or not. But
why? What else have he done? Has he done?
It's all been alleged. Never really got in trouble.
What's all the allegedness then?
In college, he allegedly kicked his pregnant girlfriend in the stomach.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
But they never pressed charges, and her lawsuit got dropped because.
Yeah, because maybe he paid her off.
Maybe or
seems like Tyreek Hill's just throwing money at people. So is he a good guy then or not? I
don't know. He seems good to me.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens later on.
Okay, and then the biggest story in sports right now, in the United States at least, is the college football playoff has been decided. So the way it works is that there's a selection committee. Only 4 teams are allowed in the playoffs. And there's a selection committee that select those 4 teams.
Okay.
It's a broken system. It's always been a broken system. Because politics are involved. Who's part of the selection committee? Is it athletic directors of teams that are going in? Condoleezza Rice was in it one year. She knows nothing about football. You know
Condoleezza Rice was what?
In the college football selection committee.
Was she a Supreme Court justice?
I think she was Speaker of the House, and then she was a Supreme Court person. I don't know.
Okay, me either. She was in politics, right?
But those are the type of people that are on the selection committee
of
college football.
What?
Yeah, it makes no sense. Another thing that makes no sense, but just bear with me.
Okay.
Here. Bear with me. So, they had to pick the top 4 teams. However, there are 5 primary big conferences in college football. So one big conference has to get left out, usually.
Why do they do that?
Why what?
Why don't they just make 4 big conferences or 5 teams to play?
It's going to change next year, yeah.
To what?
4.
Oh, okay.
But then they're going to expand it to 12 teams.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, another institution that can't get out of their own way.
Okay.
So, but the story here is that the team that they left out is undefeated, and they selected 2 teams with 1 loss. So Michigan made it in. They're undefeated. They're number 1. Washington made it in. They're undefeated. They're number 2. They won the Pac-12. Texas made it in at 12-1. They won their conference, and Alabama made it in at 12-1.
And who got left out?
Florida State, who was 13-0,
and
they won their conference as well. However, the reasoning behind it that the committee gave is that their quarterback got hurt a few weeks ago, so they're not as good as their record shows.
Wait, but so what is this college football conference champ? What is this thing?
It's the college football playoff. So it's
like
the top
Super Bowl.
It's the top 4 teams to play for the Super Bowl.
So why? But that
football.
Doesn't make sense. Like, why would they leave out a team that's undefeated? Like, that's not fair.
Because they can only select 4. Exactly. That's why it's the biggest story right now in sports.
So what's happening with it?
It's set in stone. Like, Florida State's done. They're going to play Georgia in a random bowl game, in like the Cotton Bowl or something, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Right. It's a broken system.
Yeah.
However, I don't think that there was any other way to do it, to be honest. Like, to me...
You pick out of a hat.
No, you don't pick out of a hat. You have to have some data behind it.
Yeah,
you want the 4 best teams. You want the 4 best teams.
Yeah, but 13-0 seems pretty damn good considering what all the other teams.
Yeah, 13-0 is really good, but they lost their best player.
How do they know that they're not going to be good? They still won.
They still continue to win. You're right. But their conference, they believe that their conference is less competitive than Alabama. Alabama's conference, the SEC. So that means that and Alabama's only loss came to Texas, another team in the top 4. So it's what it boils down to is that they think that it would be a guarantee that Florida State would lose their semifinal game.
That's kind of fucked though.
It is. It's messed up.
Mess up.
It is messed up.
Well,
but
when does that start?
The college football playoff?
Yeah.
The semifinal games are on New Year's Eve. Always on New Year's Eve. Remember we watched it last year?
Oh, yes. Interesting. So that's the Super Bowl.
Those are the semifinal games.
So when's this college Super Bowl?
A week after that.
Okay. So we'll keep my eye out. Keep my eye out for these college teams. Who does Cutie play for? Hartman.
Notre Dame, but they're not in it.
Oh, okay.
They'll play in a bowl game though.
Oh, okay. But are you saying bowl or bowl?
You're saying bowl. I'm hearing bowl.
Got it. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, thank you, Nathan. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Let's get into our Double D's threes of the week.
All right. You want me to go first? Ladies first.
Yeah, you go first. No. You go first, please.
Okay. My top 3 this week are my favorite 3 podcast guests that I've heard on the various podcasts that I listen to on a daily basis.
Go for it.
So I've listened to a lot. Actually, this was my Double D's last week as well. However, I made some changes because I've listened to more podcasts.
Wow. I better be one of them.
Nope.
Am I an honorable mention?
No. You're not a guest. You're a host.
Oh, so true. I'm not even there. I'm at host level.
Right.
Co-host.
Come on.
Right. Please.
Come on.
What are you saying?
Number 3. Jack Harlow.
Oh.
Jack Harlow.
We haven't even finished watching it.
I haven't finished watching it, but he was on Call Her Daddy, the first Call Her Daddy episode I've seen in so long.
Yeah.
And he's just constantly a vibe. He just seems like a fun person to be around.
He is. He needs girls to interview him too, because he just brings out that fucking sauce.
Right. He just needs to be flirting with them.
He is. That's why all he does is flirt. It like doesn't even make sense what he says.
It's like me with you.
100%.
Right.
What you say doesn't make sense. So makes sense.
Onward. Number 2, The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock was on Joe Rogan, and it's amazing to me how, like, I don't know.
I want to hear him talk. Like, I feel like I want to listen to that because I want to, like, actually hear what, like, The Rock has to say.
Right, because it's always, everything with him is, like, always so commercialized and everything.
Yeah, because he's, like, the best guy on the planet.
Yeah, and he even gets into, like, how he thinks it's crazy that people want him to be president. Like, he just says, like, yo, these people are fucking stupid. Like...
No, he does not. He says the word fucking.
No, he's too nice of a guy, but...
Well, you can't say that. What is up with you?
I'm putting my vernacular in there.
No, exactly. Vernacular? Spell that out for me.
Can't even tell you the second letter.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, is it V? Is it E? Is it I?
Is it A?
Is it A? V? Who knows? But, yeah. You can't say stuff like that because this is what I take with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to say what was said for fact.
Okay, so I have to remember everything step by step.
Yeah,
gospel.
We're co-hosts.
Okay. But no, he got into a lot of stuff. He's just obviously he's an impressive guy, but like, I feel like some of these people, like stars that are that big that you don't hear talk for a while, like they get in front of a microphone and they're like, and you're like,
yeah,
like
they miss it.
They need a script.
Mark.
They need a script, or they need some sort of something. They can't have a conversation outside of their element.
Okay.
And I feel like that wasn't the case for him. He was really cool, and I like really enjoyed the conversation.
And he's so elemental since he's like The Rock.
What do you mean elemental?
He loves elements because he is one. He's a rock. Don't put him in a conversation with a crystal. Oh God. Okay.
Do you think he's ever dated a crystal?
100%. The Rock and Crystal. Or, push so hard on a rock, she becomes a crystal. Maybe, like, there's a part of him that is a crystal. He needs to have, like, a, what is it called? A grill. Like a diamond tooth. Because, like, push so hard on the rock, you become a crystal.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Exactly.
And number 1, Dana White. Dana White was on 2 different podcasts. He was on Theo Vaughn, and he was on... Busting with the Boys, and he's just tremendous.
The fact that you didn't even laugh at that or like say like, wow, like your brain is so smart the way it thinks. Sometimes like, what happened? What goes on? Like, why didn't you say that when I said the thing about The Rock that it was good?
Because it wasn't that funny.
Fuck you. How about that? Okay, that wasn't that funny. It wasn't that funny.
When I say something that's not funny, you tell everyone.
Yeah, but you...
They thought he made a funny joke, and he's not even funny at all. Look at him.
That's first of all, not what I say at all. And I never say, look at him. Like, look at him. He thinks he made a funny joke. That's not funny.
That's what you said.
That's not what I say.
Yeah, it is.
That's not what I say.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What's your double D's threes?
My double D's threes this week is like, honestly, it's just about the holiday season. It's the fact that because we did a little holiday gestures this weekend, so it's about getting the spirit in the holidays in the city. I grew up coming to New York and just being all about that holly jolly spirit here and being here, living here, just, it still remains the same. Can you try not to yawn when I'm
not yawning.
Describing this? I could see you holding back.
I'm not.
The tiredness.
I'm sweating.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to get the piece of sweat that's going through my mustache.
I'm not going to,
Not everything I do is negative,
I didn't say it was negative. I just said don't yawn. Exactly. So I'm going to say that number 3 is to go to the shops. Go around, shop around. All the stores have so much product, but also like go to the holiday shops. You know what I mean? Like it's fun to like walk around, see all the handcrafted things. Like, should I buy this for me, Ma? Like things like that. Get it?
What's in the windows at Macy's? Take a look at those.
The windows at Saks, yeah.
Windows at Saks.
Yeah, I mean people do the windows at Macy's, but I'm more of a Saks girly for the wins.
Okay.
Saks or Bergdorf. We move on. Number 2, eat the nuts. You have to eat the nuts. And that's something that we forgot to do this weekend. I'm like, oh my God, we have to. Those little nut carts on the street, nothing better than eating those in the holiday spirit. You know what I mean? They are so damn delicious and coated with who freaking knows what.
Right, crack.
Crack cocaine. And the last but very not least is, of course, you have to go see the tree at Rockefeller Center. You have to. It's just magical. It brings you back to, like, you know, when you're a kid, that nostalgia. You be a sardine for what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, do it up, then you leave, and then it's good to go. And that's my holiday double D's threes.
Do you want to share a story from the freaking tree this weekend?
Yeah, we went to the tree, and everyone's taking pictures, and this guy that was taking our picture decided to have a legit photo shoot with us. But photo shoot, I mean, and, like, literally we were there for, like, a minute taking a picture, and, like, that's a long time. Like, a long time. Like, sitting somewhere for 60 seconds, like, having someone just take a picture of you, like, that's a long time.
Where
He's
you're
like,
somewhere as mobbed as...
doing cinematic mode, doing this, turning the camera landscape. It's like, okay, buddy, we first of all, if it's not portrait, we don't need it. You know what I mean? But then we go to switch. It's 11:59. The clock strikes midnight. Thank God we got all of our pictures in. The tree shuts off. The people that were literally behind us were like, oh, like, did not get their picture.
We got too many pictures. Mm-hmm. This guy probably came from Wyoming.
Yeah.
First time ever in New York.
Yes.
Like, never seen the tree before in his life. So excited to get a picture. Traveled all day. Finally gets there right before midnight. As soon as it hits 12 o'clock, this thing goes off. And...
yikes.
Our
pictures
help but feel
are
bad.
Literally, it says 11:59 above it. It's amazing. Truly. So... I love it. I love being here for the holidays.
I do. I still feel bad for that guy though.
So you don't know his real story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe he's an a-hole.
Yeah, maybe he's an a-hole. So we move on.
Okay. Over to basketball. The NBA is investigating Miss Josh Giddey for having a relationship with a minor. Josh Giddey is a 21-year-old basketball player. Plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He actually plays. He's a good player. From Australia, and turns out
I've never even heard of that team though.
Turns out he's being investigated for having a relationship with a 15-year-old. Not any more information has really come out because she's underage and they're still investigating. However, there are pictures that have been posted that she has posted. I'm not sure if he has as well, but I know she has on like her stories and like her Snapchat of like them two. Cuddling and doing all that kind of stuff. So like, yeah, this kid's in hot water.
Like, go to school. Like, what is she doing? What is he doing?
Right. Well, I'm sure she definitely. I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard. You can't speculate. You can't
I've also
speculate.
never heard about the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Wait, it's called
the Oklahoma City. Say it.
The Oklahoma City
Thunder.
No. Bad team name.
Formerly the Seattle Supersonics.
Such a better name.
Such better uniforms.
Supersonic instead of the Thunder. I'm over it. I'm over these teams, like, moving and grooving and changing, like, such a great name. You know what I mean?
Right. Even if they could have still been the Oklahoma City Supersonics.
Oklahoma. Yeah, no. I've never even met anyone from Oklahoma. Have you?
No, but I like to go to Oklahoma at one point in time.
Why?
To go to like a college football game or something.
I never, ever, ever. I need to never go to Oklahoma, Nebraska, Idaho, Iowa. Should I name a couple more?
Yeah, go for it.
What are some more? Missouri. Like, I never need to go to those states. Like, all those ones, like, in the middle, like, those.
Flyover
like,
states.
Yeah, flyovers. Like, there's a reason why they're called that, you know? We don't need to go there.
I disagree. I think that's what they want you to think.
Who?
People like New Yorkers. People that are in major cities like this, they want you to think that, like, those states are, like, not worth going to, but I think that they are worth going to.
Yeah, for what?
For sports.
Oh, my God. What, to catch an Oklahoma City Thunder game?
To catch a Nebraska volleyball game.
Oh, well, yeah. The Nebraska volleyball games are a little bit different than, like, going to the actual state itself.
Going to a game football game at Iowa, doing the whole wave to the kids in the hospital thing. That would be cool.
All right. Whatever. We digress.
But yes.
We're over Josh Giddey, who's a little too giddy over with a kitty who is 15.
Yeah. It's not a good scene. So Mike Bass, who's a spokesperson for the NBA.
It's not a good scene. They're hanging out in a preschool.
Seriously, must be. confirmed that the NFL is really, the NBA is really looking into it, and it's serious claims, but they can't really speak any further into it. Any opinions on this?
This is disgusting. And, like, what do you even have in common with a 15-year-old? Like, what are you guys talking about? Like, your TikTok followers?
How
like,
was
what
this
are you talking
initiated?
about? Yeah, how did they meet? How do you meet a 15-year-old?
If it was over social media, you would just scroll through her Instagram and see that she's
in class when
a
you
baby.
guys are talking.
She's a baby.
Yeah, like she's literally in middle school.
Her parents had to pick her up at school.
She can't even drive.
Yeah.
She can't even drive. She can't drink. She can't do anything. She can't even drive. I mean, over in Oklahoma, she probably could.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Over in Oklahoma, who knows? So yeah, this is so bizarro to me. Like, and it's weird because it's like when you're like in your teens, like you can't, when you look at people that are older, like, and they're like, oh, like they're only 9 years apart, where it's like they're 31 and 40. You're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but that 31-year-old can make their own decisions and they're an adult.
No, and what I'm saying is it's just crazy when you think about it, because when you're younger, you're like, how could that ever happen? You know what I mean? You're like, when someone's 16 and I'm 15, like that's so big. Like, how does that matter? Like now, like when you look at it, you're like, it just like becomes like normal with age, like that little bit of like age gap. But this age gap is one that I cannot handle.
Yeah.
And this is weird. And if I had a 15-year-old like in my life that was dating a 21-year-old, I would say nix it, because you need to live your life as a 15-year-old and not be on the 21-year-old's like, no.
I need to know the whole story. I really need the whole. Either way, it's disgusting on his part,
Yeah.
like, or just irresponsible, because you need to this is stuff you just need to know, like, it's just stuff you need to know.
Right. If you're dating someone, like, you need to know.
Right, and like she couldn't have trapped you at a club or like.
Right, there's no way for you guys to meet in like a way that like she was intoxicated, like you want like no. Mm-mm.
Right. Well, no. There's so many other scenarios, but either way, I need to know the whole story, because it is just wild. I find it like crazy.
Yeah, disgusting.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But either way, it's something that we'll probably continue to follow. Be one of those things that keeps on popping up as more news comes up.
I need to hear the updates on this. So
Yeah. I'll provide. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll provide you with updates.
Thank you.
Sticking with basketball, this is a much better, more heartfelt story. So Mitchell Robinson, he plays for the New York Knicks. He invited his high school basketball coach to live with him in New York after his coach's wife died in September. So Butch Stockton, his coach, was interviewed during the Knicks game the other day. And he explains that his wife passed away in September, and that Robinson visited him and his wife every day at the hospital. And at the funeral, Mitch said that he'd invite Butch to live with him in New York. Stockton took him up on the offer and has been Robinson's roommate since the start of the season.
Stop!
Yeah. It's so cute because this guy's like probably like in his 60s.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Maybe even 70s, and he's just like. I don't know, it's amazing. So
does he go to the games like at the Garden and stuff like that?
Goes to every game at the Garden, just like
Sick.
living vicariously through this guy that. Hey,
Right,
I'm sure that like when Mitchell Robinson was in high school, this coach was like must have been like a really big impact on his life.
I'm sure.
And I feel he's indebted to him. And either way, regardless of the situation, I don't even know those types of details, but it's amazing to see what kind of an impact this coach had on him. And that like also that this Mitchell Robinson character like never forgot. I literally didn't forget where he came from and who helped him.
I love that.
So it's amazing.
That is like the sweetest thing on the planet. I love that. Mitchell Robinson, you are such a good guy, and the fact that like you're letting. I mean, think about like when we have people over for like the weekend or whatever. Like even if we have someone over for a week, like you are more than welcome to stay like whenever, like for however. But then like there gets to a point where you're like. You know, like you want to be back in your own space. Like the fact that this guy has been there living with him, and I'm sure it's a lot different than being in our 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah. But like living with him, like as his roommate, like that's like a big deal. So like, it's a very heartwarming story, and I love that. Good for him that there's good people in this world. So.
We talk about positive things too here.
Yeah, we're positive vibes.
Yeah.
Positive vibes. Thank you, and good job, Mitchell Robinson.
Tip of the cap. Oh,
Hats
she
off.
took her hat off.
I took my hat off, but I put it right in front of my face so that you would not be able to see what I look like without that.
And then finally, the other big news this weekend is that Tiger Woods returned to competitive golf. He hosted and played in the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas. So it was a 20-player field. So it wasn't a full field. It was 20 of the best players in the world and him. And he finished 18th out of the 20, which isn't bad considering how, like, the names that competed. Any thoughts on that? Do you care at all if Tiger Woods is playing or not?
No, because I just think that, like, he's just, like, always playing or, like, gonna play whatever. But, like, for some reason, you thought it was a big deal. Like, you told me, oh, Tiger Woods played again. I'm like, okay. And then when you were drunk this weekend, you also said it again. You were like, Tiger Woods played today. I'm like, what is, like, I understand, but, like, isn't he always playing? Like, I know he got injured or whatever, but, like, is it, He's
been on and off, injured on and off since, like, 2008. So it's, like, a thing when he plays. It's like,
you'd be like,
he's a GOAT. He is a GOAT. Like,
it's like Tiger Woods playing. It's like, okay.
Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Brady, like, Kobe.
Say it.
LeBron.
I knew it! Like, say
like that, for America, then Ronaldo's obviously in there.
Yeah, but when LeBron played, it's not like we're reporting on it. We're not like LeBron
But if
today.
if LeBron was out for an extended period of time and he returned.
He always is out for an extended period of time. He's always fucking eating food on the bench.
Yeah, you're right. He got this almost was a topic, but I didn't make it a topic because there's not much to talk about on it. He got into it with the old Celtics coach Ime Udoka, the guy who had an affair and got fired.
Yeah, where's Ime again?
He's in Houston.
Yeah.
They went like chest to chest this weekend. They like got in like the verbal exchange.
When they didn't get ejected?
Ime got ejected.
But LeBron didn't.
No, he got a technical foul though. But back to Tiger Woods. A few notes. Number one, his ex-girlfriend admitted that she was lying and dropped the lawsuit and no money was exchanged. I'm sure he like took care of her based on like what their arrangement was, but like
I don't believe that.
I believe it. I believe that.
I don't. First of all, the fact of like how
I believe. I'm sorry. Go.
The fact of how crazy Tiger Woods is and everything that you've read in like his book and stuff, like to just jump it back to that story was that he left her like at the airport,
yes,
like
that's true,
and like locked her out and everything. So what are you talking about?
She sued him and said that like he was sexually abusive and all these things towards her.
Oh, I don't know if I saw this.
Yeah, that was part of her lawsuit, and so she dropped it.
Okay, well, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yes. Another interesting part is that what brand does Tiger Woods wear?
Under Armour?
Nike.
Okay.
He's like Nike's. He's Nike's guy. He's always been Nike's guy.
Okay. I have literally no idea.
Since he was 17, 18 years old, he's always been Nike's guy.
Oh, I'm not paying attention to the Nikes, the Under Armours, the
you should.
whatevers of the world.
That's your wheelhouse.
No, I'm paying attention to the Fendis, the Pradas, the Chanels, the Diors. Who's wearing what? Do you know what I mean? I'm paying attention to the fact that Kendall Jenner wore a Fendi dress to the whatever awards this weekend, and Hailey Bieber wore a YSL. You know what I mean? It's like that's where I'm at. I'm not in like who's signing Nike, whatever. Like I'll comment on the fact of like the Reebok, Skechers, Puma situation or whatever with Shaq and all that stuff, good stuff. But I cannot tell you that it's like, oh, he's wearing Nike. Whoa. You know what I mean? It's like it's not giving me the glitz, the glam, the sparkle that I need it to.
Right, but I think I hear you.
They're out here in a Nike gown. I'm there. You know what I mean?
No,
they're coming to a press conference in Nike, but they're not. They're out here wearing freaking Brunello Cucinelli. It's not like we're just, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Thank you.
But the thing is that we have a sports podcast. And so I think that's a big opportunity for you to like hone in on that.
My big opportunity that everyone says that they enjoy is the best dress of the week, where I am paying attention to the things in my wheelhouse. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean like even golf. I think like you like look into like golf like fashion and like or even like partnerships like beyond golf like uniforms and stuff. Like
the only golf partnership in fashion that I need to worry about is Victor Hovland, who's the only one that ever dresses like a little bit, you know, a little more pizzazz than anybody else. Okay, everyone else is plain Jane boring. You're gonna give me Jordan Spieth, JT, Frickin' Brooks Koepka. They all look exactly the same in what they're wearing. They all wear a polo and the whatever. And like they're like, oh, we throw in like a fancy color. They wear yellow. Whoa, stop the crowd. I need Victor Hovland out here wearing the Birds of Paradise prints. Wearing, you know what I mean? Like wearing zebra if he wants to. Right. Wearing pink.
Right.
Don't care about anybody else.
Okay, well, but hear me out.
I heard you out.
I didn't finish my statement.
Okay.
So
you can finish your statement on Tiger Woods. That's what he wears is Nike.
He's always been wearing Nike. And they even announced like his next shoe with Nike last week. They literally announced it and they launched it. The next Tiger Woods golf shoe.
Go for it.
However.
Oh, no.
He's not even wearing Nike shoes anymore in tournaments.
What's he wearing?
FootJoys.
Oh, you told me this once.
I told you it once last year, but now he's saying that he's feeling so much better, like his ankle's in a better place, and he's still wearing FootJoys.
So why is he doing with Nike? Like, how is he wearing FootJoys but also having a deal with Nike? Like, isn't that against their contract?
Everybody's just ignoring it. But like, you could see the shoes that he's wearing, but no one's talking about it.
I mean, we are.
Yes.
Bizarre.
Crazy, right?
No,
thank you.
That's crazy.
Right, thank you.
Also, like, you shouldn't be able to have that in your. If you're contractually obligated to be wearing Nike, then you shouldn't be wearing anything else.
But he's Tiger Woods.
Doesn't matter.
I agree.
Margot Robbie having her deal with Chanel, and that was the only reason why that she looked the way she did for so long. She was like strictly only having to wear Chanel, and then she could finally enter in once her contract was done with them. All the other fun things. She's wearing Bottega. She's wearing like Saint Laurent. Like she's wearing all those fun things. But you can, when you're not contractually obligated to something, but all these athletes do not follow the standards that I need them to in the world that I am in. So I don't care if Nike has his contract with Nike. He ain't even wearing it. He's wearing FootJoy, which is, by the way, the worst fucking name and such an old-timer name for a shoe company. It's giving Skechers. FootJoy, it's giving Skechers.
If you were to join one brand, sports or not sports, to have an endorsement deal with and only wear them or their accessories, what company would it be?
I have a very hard time with this topic frequently because I feel like my vibe changes like a lot. You know what I mean? I would probably say if I'm going to go with any brand, it's going to be, I mean, if we're going like big brands, I'm probably going to say Saint Laurent or Prada. Something that's like a little bit more cool and like, I just don't like, sometimes I don't like the slim cut of like the Saint Laurent stuff. Like I'm more of like that, like it changes. It changes with the season. It changes with like what style each designer is going for.
So going into winter, who would be your brand?
For this season? I don't know. I think I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure out my vibe this winter.
Okay.
I am, because I'm like trying to do like loose trousers, and I almost bought a pair of blue pinstripe, which I'm wearing right now, which I didn't even realize, trousers today. But I was like, and I want them, but they have that little like white like bit where it's like that boxer part showing, where it's like I already have the black pair of pants that do that. So like I don't think I need two pairs of pants that do that, but I do need another blue pinstripe because like I like my trouser like t-shirt bomber vibe. Like that is just like jeans, t-shirt bomber, like t-shirt trouser. Like I'm good in that realm, you know? I'm not like a ruffle. I'm not a poof sleeve. I'm not that type of girl, you know? Mm-hmm. As you already know. Mm-hmm. And as the people know, since I'm wearing a flat brim hat. So, who would be yours?
Probably Kith.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then they do collabs, so then I can get sprinkled on other brands with their collabs.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's definitely like a kid situation. I'm talking about like...
big brands.
Yeah, like designer.
Probably Louis. I love Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. But I can't really see you in like a lot of their like ready-to-wear stuff.
No.
Like Jalen Hurts wears their stuff.
Yeah. I'd love to.
I can't see you like wearing like what he wears. You know what I mean? Like the things that he wears are chef's kiss, but like would you wear like a fitted moto jacket?
I don't even know what a fitted moto. I couldn't even put
a leather motorcycle jacket.
Yeah,
with like a blue like thing on the front that says Vuitton on it. Would you wear that? Because I just don't think that you would.
Yeah, I would. If I could afford it.
Okay.
Trust me, I'd back it up with the swag.
No. You have swag. You have a mustache. Like, listen, you have swag, okay? Like, we are okay. Interesting. But I do see you in like that Kith realm. But you're also like a little more tailored up sometimes. Sometimes you are like a theory, you know?
Yeah, I like being tailored up sometimes with a nice theory outfit. I love theory.
You do.
Theory's
I'll give
up
you
there.
a theory.
What's that?
I don't know. I didn't have one off the top of my head. But we move on. Thank you for sharing the foot joys of the Tiger Woods of the world.
Yeah, you got it.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let's get into our sick puppy and interesting cat.
Let's do it.
Will you, are you doing this again, Nate? How many sick puppies or interesting cats do we have?
Okay, we have
Oh my
one
God.
sick puppy and 2 interesting cats.
Okay.
Sick puppy number 1. Actually, no, the only sick puppy this week is Levi Williams. Levi Williams is the...
I love that name, by the way.
Levi?
Levi.
Yeah, it's a
Such
cool
a
name.
good
It's a
name.
cool name.
Such a good name.
Cool name. Levi Williams, he is the quarterback at Utah State, okay? And he just, in their last game, he dominated, and he led their team to a big victory and all that good stuff. And he was supposed to be their quarterback going to next year for his final year in football, in college football. However, he announced on the radio in Utah, the local radio station, that he is not going to be playing football next year. He's not returning to college next year. He's ending his football career. He's ending his college career, and he's gonna try to go for a career in the Navy SEALs. He's gonna start training for the Navy SEALs.
Whoa.
And so his quote was that I want to be in a spot where I can protect this great country, where we get to play football with the freedom to do that. I think this is the best country in the world, so I like to keep it that way and protect it as long as I can. So on his mom was in the Army, and he has 2 grandparents, one that was in the Army, one was in the Navy as well. I just think this is super cool. I say this all the time whenever I talk about the military, but honestly, I wish I had the balls to like enter the military in any way, shape, or form. Did not. I think that it takes an extreme amount of courage. And I also heard that like the military is really like hurting for like bodies right now. Like, not a lot of kids want to go into the military at this point in time. So like, it's very cool to see someone like at his stature, really like he's playing big time college football, could possibly go for a career in the NFL, saying no, screw all that. Like, this is what the right thing to do.
Kind of crazy. Like, it really show like if his mom, like his parents, everything, like you can just tell. Like, a lot of kids don't make those decisions like that.
I agree, but like it's not even like he's going to the Army. He's going straight he's trying out for the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, because he's like that good in football. Like, you gotta be that good in like the fighting stuff for the U.S. What the hell is it called?
Combat.
What's like the Army, the Navy? What's all that called?
Military.
The military. That's what it is. Jesus Christ. But the Navy SEALs is no joke.
Navy SEALs, no joke.
Those are like, that's like the top tier that you could be.
Top tier.
Is the Navy
Those
SEAL.
in our Army Rangers and Green Berets are the top 3 elite special forces.
Good luck to you, Levi Williams, and we salute you. Thank you for helping our country.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck.
Going to training. We'll keep it in football for the interesting cats. We have Mr. DK Metcalf.
I like him.
I like him too.
Because he's just like a
monster
of a human being.
You know the Patriots could have drafted him? Instead, they picked a wide receiver that's no longer in the league anymore.
Perfect, thank God.
So every time I see DK Metcalf, a little tear goes down my eye because he should still be a New England Patriot. That's neither here nor there in this case. However, last week he scored 3 touchdowns, and after his first touchdown, he went to the camera behind the end zone, and he learned sign language. And his touchdown celebration was sign language. And everyone was like, what the heck is he signing? He learned sign language so he could say, standing on business.
What's standing on business mean?
I don't know, like I'm standing on business.
So he signed, I'm standing on business?
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting guy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting cat. It's an interesting cat. It's an interesting cat move.
I love that he is signing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially like, what a cool thing to know, you know, like standing on business. Like, he's a businessman. Like, he's doing it for everyone. I wonder if someone in his family or like his friend, like close friends, is like maybe it was like a sign to them, like literally a sign to them.
Possibly.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he's like getting into it with everybody.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, letting people know, like, I'm sure that people watch football, like, also can sign, like, people that are deaf can, Jesus Christ, because didn't know where that was going. Probably watch football because they can understand all of the plays that are happening. Like, you don't need to listen to actually watch.
Oh yeah, you tell me that all the time every time I'm watching a game.
Yeah, that you don't need to listen because
yes,
people
you do.
that
You're
are
listening to the commentators. Commentators get paid a lot of money. They are like experts in the game. You don't have to listen to it, but it helps a lot.
Jalen Hurts just makes the touchdown. Going in again. Like, you don't need to listen, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have to, it's like
it helps.
Sports is something that you can watch and you don't have to listen.
That's true.
So I'm sure that that's also what's happening in his maybe close community. So he's like, hey, I'm letting you know that I'm with you. I support you. I don't hear you, but I'm signing with you. Standing on business.
Interesting. Nice. Our other interesting cat is Jacob Trouba. You know who Jacob Trouba is?
Sounds like, honestly, a kid that I went to high school with.
Really? Maybe you did.
Why? What's his deal?
I don't know. He's the captain of the New York Rangers.
Okay.
Maybe
I did go to high school with him.
So he shared his hidden talent with the world by hosting an art exhibit in New York City last week. The creative, so Trouba...
We didn't go to it.
I know. I didn't know about it till after. Trouba, he's known for being, like, one of the most physical, violent players in the league. So
Getting a lot of Trouba. That was funny.
That was funny. That was funnier.
Thanks.
He announced to the world that he's into art and that he hosted an art exhibit, even though he's one of the most violent people on the ice. He said that, like, off the ice, he's more of, like, a creative mind and more of a gentle soul, and, like, he uses hockey as an outlet to be violent. But it's interesting because his art is very interesting. He doesn't use a paintbrush, doesn't draw. He takes hockey into his art, and, like, he'll, like, put on hockey equipment, like, paint half of his body, and then, like skate into the wall, and, like, the imprint will be, like, the basis of his art.
That's interesting.
And then, like, he'll do the rest of it, like, he'll hit, like, shoot pucks at the canvas, and, like, that'll be, like, the outline. Like, it's very impressive. It's like I'm not doing it justice. His stuff is very impressive, but it's all.
I can't believe we didn't go and see it.
I didn't know till after. I'm sorry, I didn't know till after. I saw, like, a clip of him talking about it after the fact on Instagram.
Wow, that's very cool. Life imitates art.
Yeah.
And art imitates life.
Another interesting cat move.
That's awesome. I want to look this up to see if, like galleries, maybe they have, like, that's very cool.
He has a gallery in Brooklyn.
So maybe that's what we need to go see. His instrument is his entire body. Interesting. Wow. Okay. I like this.
Thank you.
Wow, you brought some great things to us this evening, this podcast episode. But other than that, let's get into our picks of the week, right?
Our picks of the week, we debated, to have full transparency here, we debated on including our picks from last week, even though the podcast didn't get uploaded. However, we decided against that because there's really no way for anyone else to tell. So we're going to scratch that. You're still up on the season. You have a record of 19-3-1.
My back.
I have a record of 14-18-1, so I still have, I'm behind you by 5 games.
Yikes.
So without further ado, what are your picks?
My picks are the Packers versus the Giants. I'm picking the Packers -6.5.
Good pick.
The Texans versus the Jets. I'm picking the Texans -6.5. And the Bills versus the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs -2.5.
Damn. You really don't believe in the Bills, huh?
No. Not versus the Chiefs.
Interesting.
What's his name? What the hell's his name again? The
Josh
quarterback
Allen?
just throws his body around.
Yeah.
Scares me. But I like him, but he scares me.
Yeah, you can't trust him.
No, so I don't think that he'll win against the Chiefs, especially when the Chiefs are -2.5. Like, and if it's at Kansas City at Arrowhead or whatever,
Woo!
then I think that Taylor Swift's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. Like, it's going to be like,
and they're coming off a loss.
Exactly. They're going to be high energy there. So I don't think that the Bills are going to win.
You're going to be able to cut the tension with a knife.
Exactly. I don't. So what about you? Were they good picks, do you think?
Good picks. Good.
Thank
I like
you.
every single one of your picks. You might go 3-0.
Thanks. Yep, I will.
I'm going to bet those.
Oh, okay. I like that. Are you going to parlay them?
I can parlay them. The Rachel parlay.
Yeah. Thank you.
The Rooney parlay.
Thank you.
Parlay with Rooney.
Okay, you don't have to say it. How many times are you going to say it?
I'm coming up with a different idea. It's literally what you do. Okay, I take that bit from you. Okay? Everything I do.
Yeah, everything you do that you try to be funny at, but apparently I'm not funny.
The thing is,
Remember when you said that? Remember when you said that, though? Remember when you said that maybe a mere 40 minutes ago?
One thing you said wasn't funny.
When I said
One
about
thing
The
you
Rock.
said
When I
wasn't
said about
funny.
The Rock.
One thing you said wasn't funny.
First of all, it was funny. It was like The Rock. You said he was getting elemental.
You said he was getting elemental.
Yeah, or whatever. How did it happen again?
I forget. See?
Me too. Well, regardless.
Imagine if he dated Emma Stone.
I'm sure he's dating like a...
I think he's like married. Regardless, my picks
Okay.
are the Indianapolis Colts.
What if he knows Nickelback?
My picks are the Indianapolis Colts minus 2.5 at Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is going to continue to struggle without their man Joe Burrow. People forget he's out.
Oh, right.
Jacksonville minus 3 at Cleveland. Cleveland is also still missing their top 2 quarterbacks. They have freaking Joe Flacco out there playing quarterback, so I think Jacksonville will easily win that one. And then I have the Detroit Lions minus 3 at Chicago.
What's the deal with Joe Flacco? Why are people saying that I heard it on the TV. Like, they're like, Joe Flacco. I'm like, why are they saying that's a big thing that he's back?
He's back because he's old.
How old is he?
I think he's like in his early 40s, like 41.
And he's doing what?
Playing quarterback.
Why?
Because he loves to play quarterback and he wants to play quarterback.
And he's been out?
He's been a free agent, yeah.
Where was he last year?
The Jets.
Oh, God. Okay.
But he's known...
And he was a backup for Zach Wilson?
No, they signed him later on in the season.
But then where'd he go?
He played after Mike White and Zach Wilson got hurt. After Zach Wilson got benched and Mike White got hurt, Joe Flacco came in.
So this guy's just like out here still.
He's been a journeyman.
A journey what?
Journeyman.
What's that mean?
He's been like a
going.
Yeah.
All over.
Well, different place every year, the past few years. However, in his prime, back to the prime of it all, he used to be he was the starting quarterback for the Ravens before Lamar Jackson. He actually won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. He was good.
Oh wow!
He was one of the first. He was one of the first quarterbacks to sign a $100 million contract.
So why is he still playing?
Huh? Because he loves football.
That's crazy.
He loves football.
He just loves it. He doesn't need the money.
He loves it.
He loves it. Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
Just like I love football. Just like I love you.
Wow, thank you. And just like we love you for listening. So thank you guys so much for listening to another episode 64 of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. Please don't forget to purchase one of our hats here, our snapbacks, our one-of-a-kind snapbacks originals designed by yours truly, the Drum of Sports Club hat. Could be yours. Could be, for you and yours. But, double it up. You could double it up. That's here. You heard it here first, folks. So, doubledosepodcast.com. Our latest episodes are also on doubledosepodcast.com. They're on YouTube. They're on Spotify. They're on Apple. They're on Google. They're on Stitcher. They're on everywhere that you can find your podcast. So, please listen. Please give us a like, subscribe. Do it up. Do it up. Share with your friends. So,
yes.
Thank you so much, Nathan, for always explaining everything to me, for being the best co-host a gal could ask for, and, laughing at all my jokes, even when they're not funny, which is very few and far between.
It's my pleasure.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Get out these old wine glasses. And cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.